from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Indianapolis Colts taking on Zach Wilson and the Tennessee Titans.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Kicker Graham Gano set to put his foot into this one. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They're led by their 6-year quarterback out of North Dakota State, a former Pro Bowler, Carson Wentz.
And when you look at him, you see that he's got all the tools you want in a quarterback. The big frame, the quick release, strong arm, has escapability. The issue sometimes, tries to do too much instead of just taking the throws that are available to him, and occasionally turnovers get him into trouble.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Wentz on the bootleg. To the right side, complete to Taylor. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they'll be faced with a third and inches.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
To throw is Wentz. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
No surprise they decided to throw on third down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They're led by the number 2 overall pick in April's draft from BYU, the rookie Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down and 7. They'll try the right side with Bell. Able to avoid him at the 40. Gets through, and now an opening. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 45 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Here's a give to Bell running left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now Wilson. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that 3rd down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. Threw the little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving.
1st and goal from the 6. Now Bell. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They'll try again with Bell. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. The 71 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Here's Bell. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll give this to Bell running right. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Throwing is Wilson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Wilson. Going for it all. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 27 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he returns this to the 22. And the Colts getting ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down and 4, Wentz.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Wentz. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. 7 yards the pickup there. Three yards remain for 2nd down. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Left side, Doyle with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. He'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this 1st half of action. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. And he's made it easy for us to put together a highlight package. Just wondering what he ate before this one started.
Let's include that in the package, right? Get the gourmet out here, figure it all out, and you're guaranteed he'll do that going forward as well, because with a game like this, you don't want to change things too much. Oh, yeah, you also want to continue to get that great blocking he's received today, too.
Yeah, kudos to the guys up front indeed. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got a man open, it's Chase. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again here, Wilson. Another shot for Chase. He's got it this time. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wilson. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. Caught here by Bell. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. There's Wilson to throw. He'll get this underneath to Bell. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, but it's going to be second down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of a yard on what should be the final play of the first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference, as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well, to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson, he finds his man, complete. It's Bell, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. A screen to Bell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
To throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bell. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Pitch and catch there good for 13, and it'll be 4th down.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered, and then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch, and now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way? Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Wentz. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, it's Taylor. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Three quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Wentz, gotta have this one.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
They'll go again with Bell. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Open man is Chase, complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A give to Bell. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Wilson. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Indianapolis offense ready to go again.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Wentz's throw complete here to Doyle.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Wentz. He's got Jack Doyle, and he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And he's got this down to the 35.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now, Wentz again. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing now is Wentz.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer for defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's 17-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
The Titans go victory formation down to a knee. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.